Welcome to Texas, you're entering the best state. I'll blow your chest apart and eat my dinner off your breastplate. I'm an epidemic and my case is full blown. Getting drunk and doing 120 in the school zone.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy 2K the God, my man Sess. Welcome to the Gods of Boxing Talk. Now, for today, we want to get into these prediction videos. We're going to do the first one right now, and that's going to be Mr. Terence Crawford versus Hank Lundy coming up this Saturday, right? Yep. So, Terence Crawford, he will be defending his 140-pound WBO title. He's 27-0 with 19 knockouts. His last fight, he knocked out Deary John, same guy that got, well, he did pretty well against Lamont Peterson. Some people thought that he took that fight. So he's not a scrub, and he's not a world beater. He was a decent opponent. Hank Lundy, he's 26-5, 1 draw, 13 KOs, and he's currently ranked number 10 by the WBO. And his last fight was against a motherfucking bum, straight up. Name was Carlos Winston Velasquez. Nigga was 23 wins, 21 losses. Oh! I said he would let me finish.
Oh, nah, I ain't know that, man.
And the nigga had 1 draw, you know what I'm saying? So, straight bum factor, straight up, B. And Hank, man, he's 1-2 in his last 3 fights, and he's 6-4 in his last 10. So, this is pretty much the end of the road for Mr. Lundy if he can't get this win, B. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy that's never won a major title, and he's been in the ring for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, Mr. Sess, I'm gonna let you break this shit down first, man.
Well, for starters, I mean, I think everybody knows who I'm going with, and that's Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I think the general consensus for this fight is that Crawford is supposed to go in there and just dismantle Lundy. But I'm gonna do something different though, man. Even though I'm going with Crawford, I'm not gonna break down his strategy to victory because Terence Crawford only has to beat Terence Crawford. We all know that. I'm gonna actually tell the viewers out there what Hank Lundy needs to do in order to make it very competitive and possibly get the W. All right. First off, what Hank Lundy has to do, man, what he has to do is he got to be a fucking dog, man. I mean, he has to go in there and really be a dog. You know, if I were him, I would not come out and try to box Terence Crawford. Terence is too skilled. He's a switch hitter and he's got power in both hands. So I definitely wouldn't try to box him. The first thing I would try to do is establish a strong, stiff jab, stay behind it, and apply controlled pressure. Right. Okay. But he also has to be smart because Terence Crawford will run you into some shit. You know, he's very good at that check hook. So that's the reason why for that stiff jab, you know, he has to put that jab up top and down below and to the chest. He gotta put that jab on Terence Crawford ass and push him back, make him take a step back. You alluded to it earlier, and I'm gonna give you all credit for it because I implemented this into the fight plan, and that is feints. Right. He has to use fucking feints, man. Right. He has to throw off Terence Crawford's timing. Do not let him time you. So when you throw that jab and you step forward, you can feint, or you can just feint first and then throw that jab and then come behind it and keep pressure on his ass, man. Another thing he has to do is be very, very, very fucking dirty. He has to be very dirty. He's from Philly. Everybody knows Philly for being rough and tough in the boxing gyms. They play no games. Okay? You will get your bell rung and put to sleep in a Philly boxing gym, and they'll probably put you in the alley or some shit, let you sleep it off.
Out some blood sport shit. Put that nigga on the gurney and drop his ass off outside the gym.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Or kickboxer, my bad, not blood sport.
That's what he has to do, man. You gotta be fucking dirty, man. When you clinch, you gotta bend his arm a little bit. You gotta make Terence take him out of his element. That's the one thing That's the one thing about going up against technical fighters. If you let a technical fighter sit back and do what he want to do, he will beat the shit out of you and dismantle you. And it'll be easy work. Floyd did it all the time. But let's go back and look at when Floyd had problems. I don't want to, because Floyd never really has problems with anybody. But when Floyd is disrupted, it's against guys that disrespect him. It's against guys that don't give a shit that he's Floyd Mayweather, and he's one of the best fighters. Let's go back to the first time we seen Adrian Broner get obliterated, and it was against Marcos Maidana, because Maidana just didn't fucking care. He did not care about his ability, he didn't care about his skill set. He just straight dogged him and disrespected him. And that's what Hank Lundy has to do. Now, is Hank Lundy capable of it? I believe he is, because like you said earlier, 2K, this is the end of the line for him. So he knows that he has to go up in there with the mindset of, you know what, fuck it. Everybody expecting me to lose, so if I lose, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out on my shield. If he knocked me the fuck out, so be it, But if I can take it 12 rounds and look impressive, I might be able to get another shot at this thing, or I might can have something lined up for me afterwards. That's what he has to go in there and do, man. Just go up in there and don't be the same Hank Lundy that we've seen in previous fights before this with Mauricio Herrera and Victor Postal, where he just let Victor Postal fucking box circles around
his ass up, B. That was
yeah,
easy work.
Exactly, man. Exactly. With those type of fighters, I'm telling you, I am not gonna let you stand in there and box me. I don't care what I'm used to doing, and I don't care what anybody expects of me. If you're a technical guy, I'm not even gonna risk sitting up there and going jab for jab. I'm gonna put something on your ass. I'm gonna get with you, and it's gonna be a fucking fight. So those are Hank Lundy's keys to victory, man. He just has to go in there, be a dog, and throw Terence Crawford's rhythm completely off. Don't let you're gonna get hit. Hank Lundy is not a great defensive fighter anyway.
Oh hell no. He tries to be.
Yeah, exactly. He tries to be, but you know what? In this fight, I wouldn't even try to be. I wouldn't step outside of my defensive elements, because Terence Crawford is a sharpshooter as well. So he's going in there knowing all of these things. One more thing, 2K, before I pass it up to you, man. Another thing is, don't let the hype get to you. I know these guys it seems like it's some bad blood between the two. It seems like, there's a lot of emotions brewing, and, they've been disrespecting each other. But for Terence Crawford, it's by design. He really just don't give a shit, because he know he got the skill set, and he can do whatever he wants, But if I'm Terence Crawford with that skill set, I'm gonna disrespect you anyway, because I know I'm gonna beat your ass. You know what I mean? So for him, it's more so by design than anything. If he knows he can get under Hank Lundy's skin, a guy that has primitive set of skills, he gonna fucking do it. He's gonna want him to come out there and do some dumb shit. And that's the reason why I say he has to come out there and do everything I said, but leave the emotions outside the ring. Yeah. Fuck it, man. Be controlled but you gotta be aggressive. Don't stand in front of this dude and box this dude. Just don't do it.
No, and that's definitely not in his best interest. Yeah, man. You pretty much put my game plan in with yours, just as you alluded to, man. That's what you talked about earlier. Same thing, boss. Like, I'm gonna add a little thing to this. Hank Lundy's IQ is a motherfucker, dude.
Yes.
And I feel his IQ is what fucked him from being one of the elite fighters in the sport. I've said this plenty of times, man, and on a different channel I had made videos long ago. I had talked about Hank Lundy, and I said Hank Lundy is probably one of the most talented fighters to never win a major title in the sport today.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? He's very skilled, fast hands. He's got nice pop, you know what I'm saying, in his punches. When he uses his feet, he's got decent footwork, you know what I'm saying? He throws combinations. He's very reminiscent of an Adrian Broner. Just kind of yeah, he's very reminiscent of Adrian Broner, just a little, I would say, a little less skilled as Adrian Broner, right? But the fucking IQ level, dog, it's two things with Hank Lundy. He's either in a fight, right? Mm-hmm. And he has not figured out the game plan in enough time to where when he does figure it out, he ends up fucking coming back too late in the fight, a la Thomas DeLorme, right? He got his ass just mollywopped in the beginning of that fight, realized he needed to change what he was doing, figured it out, then came back late in the fight, but it was too late at that time. He had already lost so many rounds. Or number two, it's the fucking opposite. He's doing excellent in the beginning of the fight, but then he, for some reason, this shit is just not there no more, and he abandons the game plan that's fucking working, and he starts giving up rounds, and he loses the fight. A la Mauricio Herrera, you know what I'm saying? Beginning of that fight only went 5 rounds, granted, but beginning of that fight, he was beating the shit out of Mauricio Herrera. He had an excellent game plan, and then he gets into this mode where he's like, yeah, nigga, I think he gets complacent, really. I think my man starts feeling himself, because he's very cocky, you know what I'm saying? He starts feeling himself, so he's like, yeah, nigga, I'm fucking this nigga up, B. I'm about to do what the fuck I want to do. That's where he fucks up. You see what I'm saying? Kind of Zab Judah-esque with the IQ level. You know what I'm saying? That shit right there is what is going to make or break this fight all around. Being when I say all around, I mean it's going to dictate whether or not Hank Lundy gets the win. It's going to dictate whether or not Hank Lundy looks good in losing. It's going to dictate whether or not this fight will be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Because if he goes in there with a fucked up IQ, he about to get mollywopped within 5. You know what I'm saying? If he goes in there with a fucked up IQ, if he gets past 5, it's gonna be a one-sided fight. You know what I'm saying? For however long it fucking lasts. You know what I'm saying? But if his IQ is on point, which at this point in his career, right? Because this is, like I said, this is the last stand for him. Right? He gets no more chances after this. He will now be a certified gatekeeper. And to be honest with you, he should have been a certified gatekeeper a couple fights ago. You know what I'm saying? You're 6-4 in your last 10. That's fucking terrible for a guy that's fighting for a title now. You know what I'm saying? So they just gave you a chance. The last of the ones that you will be receiving. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, hopefully he's coming into this fight with that IQ just on point, right? Excellent fucking game plan, and he actually executes it from round 1. And if it works, right? If it works, continue doing it. Don't get complacent, B. Don't get complacent. Other thing, if it doesn't work, then you need to develop, you should already have a plan B, right? Because you are looking at Terence Crawford. Now, the thing about Terence Crawford is you got to train for him like you're training for 2 fighters in one night. Why? Because he's a switcher. This motherfucker can fight equally as well on the left side as he does on the right side. You know what I'm saying? So that means you're training for a southpaw and an orthodox fighter in the same training camp for one fight. That shit is fucking it's hard to do that, right? And what happens with that is it's hard to develop structural game plans that will actually work. You know what I'm saying? Well, he might not even have a plan A that works, let alone be able to develop a plan B or C against a fighter like Terence Crawford. But given the stakes, how high the stakes are, you know what I'm saying, for this guy in his career, he's got to develop that, all right? And if plan A is not working, you got to go straight to plan B. And if plan B is not working, you got to go straight to plan C, B. This is how difficult a fight this is for Hank Lundy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just a little bit of the statistics or the logistics with these fighters. Terence Crawford's 5'8", and he has a 70-inch reach. Hank Lundy's 5'7", with a 68-inch reach. So that means all Crawford really has to do is just, like you said, stay on the outside and just wait. And watch that check left hook, people, when he's in the orthodox stance. Because Derry Jean didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Yuri Ortiz Gamboa didn't like it. Ricky Burns didn't like it. And Raimundo Beltran didn't like it. Watch that check left hook when he's in that righty stance. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I think, like you said earlier, Hank Lundy, man, he's got to use his feints. He's got to throw Terence Crawford's timing off. I mean, that is just key. I mean, I said, when I told you about this earlier, I said he needs to be on some Emmanuel Augustus type shit, like with the feints, nigga, like dancing around and shit. That nigga need to be on that drunken master type shit just to get Terence Crawford to be like, what the fuck is this this nigga doing?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? More focused on what he's doing, what Hank is doing, instead of actually, you know, waiting and timing his counters, right?
Yeah.
Of course, Hank's not gonna look stupid like that, but I'm saying he needs to use feints to that degree in order to disrupt his timing. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the first prediction, man. I got Terence Crawford. I got him round 9 TKO. I don't think he'll flatline Hank Lundy. I think the fight will be stopped due to just probably Hank Lundy just getting hit with an accumulation of punches later in the fight. I do think that Hank Lundy will take the first 2 rounds because Terence Crawford's a guy, he doesn't get started till a little bit later. He likes to measure you, and he likes to develop he likes to adjust his game plan inside the fight. So he's more like a guy that starts at round 3. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Hank Lundy, he's hype. A lot of people feel he's gotten under Terence Crawford's skin. He probably believes that himself. So he's gonna come into the fight, you know, with a full head of steam and go right at Terence Crawford, which is what you alluded to earlier. He's probably gonna apply controlled pressure early, and I think he'll win the first 2 rounds that way. But then after that, Terence Crawford's gonna adjust. He's gonna put them things on that motherfucker, man. And then round 9 is night, B, and it's really gonna boil down to Hank Lundy's IQ level. What do you think, B?
Man, I mean, I agree with the prediction. The round, I'm gonna say it'll go 12 rounds.
Okay.
I think it'll definitely go 12 rounds if Hank's able to apply the strategy that I laid out earlier. I do think it'll be a competitive fight. But toward the end of the fight, definitely the superior skilled Terence Crawford should be able to make the adjustment, which I fully expect him to do. And he'll probably end up, you know, just beating the shit out of Hank Lundy. If it is stopped, I definitely see, I said this earlier when we were in the gym, I definitely see Terence Crawford hitting him with a really good body shot.
Yeah.
I'm not real big on Hank Lundy's win. I think you can take it from him.
Yeah.
So I do believe that Terence is gonna land a good body shot that'll throw Hank off for the remainder of the fight, depending on what round he lands those good body shots.
All right, man, that's what's up, B. That's what's up. I hope it does go 12 rounds, and I really hope this is a war, because the goddamn press conference showed that this could possibly be an excellent fucking fight, B. And I hope it goes into the ring like that, man.
I hope so.
All right, YouTube, this is gonna conclude this segment. Do what you do in the comment section. We'll be real. This is real talk for real fans.